Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, The Simple Life of Natalie Jo. I'm Natalie. Today I want to talk about kind of what is and isn't minimalism. I saw this post on Facebook about what isn't minimalism. It had stuff like minimalism isn't frugality, which they're both different. Yeah, I get that. But they both save you money, but it's just minimalism is about the number of items you have in your house, basically, or living an intentional life. Another one was minimalism isn't about with minimalism you can't have hobbies or collections. You can have it if it brings you joy, if it's something you like to do, if it's something that you really have an interest in. Another one was minimalism isn't about having like 30 some odd things of clothes. You can have however many clothes you want. Just maybe be mindful of what you wear and how much you wear it. I've heard that the majority of people wear 20% of the clothes they have 80% of the time, which is fine. If you like the clothes, you like to have the options, but just be aware of what you're how much you're wearing one particular thing over another, if things fit or don't fit. I mean, I do live in Ohio, so I mean, right now it's June right now while I'm filming this. So it's one of those things where in June I need to have kind of a different, summertime, late spring, I do need to have a different wardrobe than maybe, let's say, in January or December, because just of the temperatures. I need to have warmer clothes for the winter months. You know, lighter stuff in the summertime, shorts, you know, stuff like that. You know, it just had some things like that on there. So, I mean, I do want to mention that minimalism looks different for everyone. It's all about having in your house what makes you happy, what you use, what sparks joy, what you use, what you don't use. It's not about deprivation. It's not about being rigid. But yeah, so it's like you really have, at least for me, I really have to think about what I'm using, what I'm not using. I used to be a couponer, and I really tried, once that extreme couponing show came out, I really tried to be an extreme couponer. But then it's like, I just realized that show wasn't realistic. I've heard that a lot of it was staged and stuff like that. I mean, I guarantee you, especially nowadays, if you go into a store with 100 coupons for like a free bottle of ketchup, let's just say, or a free bottle of salad dressing, I almost guarantee you the majority of the time they're either not going to let you use all 100 coupons at once, or they're going to possibly make you break up those coupons into smaller transactions or something. But they're going to really be watching you every time you go into the store if you try to start doing something like that. Nowadays, a lot of times, especially maybe I think more with the P&G coupons, they're gonna put a limit on it, like no more than 4 per household per day or something like that. So you kind of have to, if you do like to coupon and look for deals and savings, just be on the lookout for different things and how they word the coupons, because I still like to coupon and save money. But I guess that's kind of my hobby, I guess. But yeah, so you just want to you know, make sure what your, if you do have a hobby or a collection, I don't know if you want to, maybe with collections, maybe see if you have any duplicate ones, or you don't really, items in that collection that you don't really care for, that you just got because it's like part of whatever collection it is. I mean, it's okay to pare things down. But it's also okay not to have a collection, which is fine too. What else what is and isn't minimalism that I can tell you? Like I said, it's different for every person. Me, myself, I don't wear makeup. I don't own any makeup. It's just one of those things where even when I had it, I didn't really wear it all that much. So it's one of those things where I'm not gonna waste my time, waste storage on something I really don't use or care about. Now, that doesn't mean that another woman that might be into makeup, she can have makeup, or that person can have makeup. I'm not going to tell them, no, you can, under minimalism rules, you can't have it. Or I can't restrict the amount, like the number of items they have in their makeup bag, or whatever you want to, whatever they have, drawer, counter. I mean, like I said, I used to be a extreme couponer. I think I have like 2, 3, maybe 5 or 6 bottles of shampoo in my linen closet still. I think I have like 10-ish bottles of body wash. But it's one of those things where I'm trying not to buy any more until I get down to a more reasonable, more manageable, more manageable numbers. It's not like as a minimalist, I can only have 1 bottle in the shower that I'm currently using and 1 extra one. Because like I said, I like to follow deals. I like to follow sales. Who's to say that I'm going to find some sort of great deal on shampoo that I want to stock up on. I did that with trash bags a couple months ago, where Kroger had the 5X digital deals and they kept putting trash bags on there. So I kept buying trash bags. Now I have a pretty good stock of trash bags that I don't need to buy them for a while. So I'm going to try not to, this is couponing, but it kind of relates to minimalism, but I'm not going to buy any more until I go through what I have, majority of what I have. But yeah, so you just want to be wary of someone trying to tell you how many items you're supposed to have. I mean, if it's a competition, we're all, who was it, Josh from The Minimalist, he always says that if it's about the sheer numbers of, I don't really remember how he said it, but if it's about the sheer numbers of items you're having, then we're all just, to win minimalism, you're just, the winner is just running around naked in the streets. They don't have a house, they don't have clothes, they don't have shoes, they don't have any possessions at all, not even clothes. So, I mean, it's one of those, you have to kind of keep it in perspective. Do you want clothes? Do you want some clothes? I mean, you could probably wear 1 shirt. I mean, you're going to eventually have to possibly do laundry. So you're going to want to have some, laundry detergent or some way to wash your clothes. If that adds value to your life. I mean, it might be a little unrealistic that if you dirty all of your clothes to go out buy new ones instead of doing laundry. So yeah, it's one of those things where, and another thing is, you don't want, he always says, there really isn't any rules to minimalism. It's more boundaries you set for yourself, questions to ask before you buy things, stuff like that. or just in general, if you're decluttering or getting rid of things, like I like the spontaneous combustion rule, where if you think of an item, let's say these wipes, the disinfecting wipes, if these spontaneously combusted and burnt to ground and there was nothing left besides like a pile of ashes, would I feel relieved that they're gone, or would I be sad or upset and go buy another pack if they burn up? I mean, I probably would. This is probably a bad example, but because I have plenty for now and I don't really have to buy any for a while, but ooh, I'll pick that up later. But yeah, so it's one of those things where you just kind of have to think about everything in your house, think about what you have and what might be, you know, something good, something bad. I mean, there's always improvement you can make. You know, I kind of took on minimalism back in 2020 when I got sent from home. The only real spot for me to set up my work stuff was in the basement. So, and there's a lot of stuff that we don't really use or touch in the basement. So I just started getting rid of things. And then I had things that I was kind of saving for when I had a garage sale. But I didn't really have a date for a garage sale. I didn't really have one planned. I didn't, you know, it's like, oh, I'm going to have a garage sale someday. I want to save these things for the garage sale. And I never have one. So it's one of those things where I had to kind of let go of the garage sale idea. You know, and it's one of those things where just the way where our house sits in our neighborhood, we're kind of tucked back in there. But I have heard that if the true garage sailors, the people that go looking for garage sales, they'll come and show up. They'll find you. But it's just one of those things where I feel like there was just, you know, something kind of stacked against me, just where our house was located, that we're kind of tucked back in here. Plus, it's also, sorry, it's also one of those things where I feel like sometimes I have just high expectations where I'm going to sell all this stuff that I'm not using, and it's all going to go. And that's probably not the case. I'm going to make a whole bunch of money. And the reality of it is I'm probably not going to make a whole lot of money, and I'm still going to have a ton of stuff left over. So I decided just to, you know, if it was over a certain dollar amount, I was going to try and sell it on Facebook Marketplace. But if it was under a certain amount, I was just going to get rid of it, donate it, put it in the trash, whatever. So that was kind of my thing. Let go of the garage sale idea and just get rid of things. So that's what I'm doing. And I still keep in that mindset of, if it's over a certain dollar amount, I might try and sell it on Facebook Marketplace or try to sell it like on other sites. But I did that twice. Well, 3 times. And one thing I took down the listing because people kept asking if it was still for sale, and then they didn't. That was just the question. Is this still for sale, or is this still available? And then nothing. And then someone said, you know, asked me a bunch of questions, and then she said, I'm assuming it's a she, because it was body lotion. But she said she'll take it, and then when I was like, okay, when do you want to like meet or come pick it up? And then nothing. So I took down the posting because I was like, whatever. I had 3 bottles of of the Victoria's Secret lotion on sale for like $5. I think $15 for 3 bottles, which is, if you think about it, those bottles of lotions, it's just another rant. But those bottles of lotions are like over $10 a bottle. So 3 for $15 was a really great deal. And I thought they'd sell. But I was just over it, and I was like, whatever, I'll just keep them and use them. But yeah, so you kind of have to, think about what you're wanting to, what you're wanting to do with everything. I mean, if you have a great place for a garage sale, go for it. I am all for you having a garage sale. But yeah, so there's some things about what is and isn't minimalism. I hope you have a great week, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.